Hello, today we are going to study permutation. We have some events which are followed by some other events, then the number of ways in which these events can occur is number of objects in first event into number of objects in second event. Okay, let's see one example. Suppose I have shirts 2 numbers, right, and pants 3 numbers, right. Now the number of ways in which shirts can be selected is 2, right, and in number of ways pants will be selected 3, right. The number of combination of shirt and pant can be taken as number of ways in which shirt can be selected S1, S2, right, and now S1 can be worn with P1, P2 and P3, right, and S2 also can be worn with P1, P2 and P3. So the combination we get is S1 P1, right, S1 P2, S1 P3. Similarly, S2 P1, S2 P2, right, and S2 P3. So we get 6 combination of shirt and pant. So the number of ways in which shirt can be selected into the number of ways in which pant can be selected. 2 into 3, 6. Example, suppose a girl has school bags 2 numbers, right, tiffin box 3 numbers and water bottles 2 numbers. So how many combinations she can take it to school, right? The number of ways in which school bag can be selected S1 and S2. Now with S1 she can take T1, that is tiffin number 1, T2 and T3. Similarly with S2 she can take T1, T2 and T3, right. With T1 she can take W1 and W2, T2 similarly W1, W2 and T3 also W1, W2. Similar for S2, W1, W2, W1, W2 and again W1, W2. So number of combination we get is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Which can be calculated as number of ways in which school bag can be selected, number of ways in which tiffin box can be selected into number of ways in which water bottle can be selected. That gives us 12. We can say that first event can occur in M ways if first event occurs in M ways, second event occurs in N ways, third event can occur in P ways and so on, then the total number of occurrence of events in the given order is M into N into P. we will multiply the number of ways in which the events occur. Okay, let's take an example. Word rose. Now how many words we can make with these letters when there is no repetition? Okay, so we have 4 places, right, for each letter. For selection of first, we have R, O, S, E, all letters, right? So 4. For second place, one letter is for first place, then second is left with 3, third is left with 2, and last is left with 1 letter. Okay, because there is no repetition. Right. Now multiplying these, we get 4 into 3 into 2, that is 24. So we can make 24 words out of rose when with meaning and without meaning when there is no repetition. Right. So understanding this, the first place is an event which can occur in 4 ways because we are having 4 letters. The second event can occur in 3 ways because first letter is taken by first place, right? And third can be occur in 2 ways and last in 1 way. Then we multiply all of them and we get 24 words, right? Suppose repetition is allowed. Repetition is allowed, then the 4 places all have 4 options, right? So the number of ways the event can occur or the number of words we can make with repetition is 256. Right? Let's take one more example. How many 3-digit numbers can be formed with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? When there is no repetition. How many 3-digit numbers can be formed with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 digits with no repetition? We have 3 places, right? For first place we have 5 options. For second place we have 4 options. For third we have 3 options. So the number of 3-digit numbers we can form is 60. Okay. When repetition is allowed, we have 5 options for each place. So 5 into 5 into 5 gives us 125. Okay. Now, how many 3-digit even numbers can be formed with these digits when repetition is allowed? Is allowed, right? What we can do is we can fill 3 places, right, like this. First, the unit place, if it is an even number, it can have either 2, 4 or 6. So the unit place has 3 options only. Okay. Now the 10th place has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 options, right? And the 100th place also has 6 options. So we get 36 into 3, 18, 1 carry 108 numbers which are even. Okay. letter codes can be, how many 4-letter codes can be formed using first and alphabet with no repetition? We have 4 places, right? First can be filled with 10, second 9, third 8 and fourth 7 because there is no repetition. 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 we get 5040, right? 72, yes, 5040 codes. Now the fourth question is, how many telephone numbers, 5-digit telephone numbers can be formed with starting 2 digits 6 and 7, no repetition, and from the digits 0 to 9. Now see, here we have 10 options, right? But since there is no repetition and 6 and 7 always occur, so we are left with only 8 numbers, right? So the first place can be filled with 8 options, second can be filled with 7 options, this is fixed, right? And third can be filled with 6 options. So the number of telephone numbers we can get is 8 into 7 into 6, that is 56 into 6, which is 336 telephone numbers. Now fifth question is, a coin is tossed 3 times. Every time a coin is tossed, we get either head or tail. Okay, so for first toss, the number of ways in which event can occur is 2, head and tail. Toss 2, same, 2 ways in which event can occur, and toss 3, similarly 2 ways. So the number of ways in which, or the number of possible outcomes is 2 into 2 into 2, that is 8. Now question number 6 is, we have given with 5 different color flags, how many signals can be generated with 2 flags, one below another? Okay, so we have 2 places, right? 2 places because we need only 2 flags for signaling. Okay, first can be filled with 5 options, and when we have filled the first place we are left with 4 options. So the number of signals that can be generated is 5 into 4, that is 20. Now permutation. Permutation is arrangement in a definite order of n objects when some or all are taken. Right? It's denoted by P with N and R. NPR. This is called NPR, where N is the number of objects and R is number of objects taken for the experiment. Okay, NPR has the formula equal to n minus 1 into n minus 2 up to n minus r plus 1, or it can be written as n factorial n upon n minus r factorial. Okay, now factorial notation is like, if I write 5 factorial, it means 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Okay, if I write 25 factorial, then it is 25 into 24 up to 1. Okay, factorial notation is this. And now if we write n factorial, we have n minus 1, n minus 2 up to 1 upon n minus r, n minus r plus 1, oh sorry, n minus r minus 1, n minus r minus 2, and so on up to 1. So in middle of it maybe this can occur, right, which cancels out the denominator, and we get terms up to this term, okay, n minus r plus 1. So this can be written as n factorial by n minus r factorial, right? Taking an example, suppose we have a 6-letter word number. We have to make 3-letter words with or without meaning, with no repetition out of it. What we will do is, we will draw 3 places. We will fill the first place with 6 numbers. We can fill it, right? Second place can be filled with 5 numbers, and third can be filled with 4 numbers. So what we get is 6 into 5 into 4, that is 120. Now solving this with permutation, NPR, n is the number of object, which is 6, and how many objects we take? We are taking 3, right? So 6p3, putting it in formula, 6 factorial divided by 6 minus 3 factorial, which is 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 factorial, and in denominator also we get 3 factorial. This cancels this, and the answer we get is 120. So in this So in this way, permutation can be calculated, or arrangements can be calculated when the objects are distinct. These are distinct objects. Okay. Now when repetition is allowed, then permutation is given by n into n of n object taken r at a time, then up to r times, right? N into n up to r times, which can also denoted by n raised to power r. Taking a distinct. Okay, when objects are not distinct, for example, in this word root, we have 2 similar objects, right? Some arrangements can be similar because of these 2 similar objects. Okay, so permutation with some similar objects is given by n factorial divided by number of objects similar factorial. That is, for this we have 4 factorial divided by 2 factorial. That is 4 into 3, which gives 12. Okay. For a word like institute, right, we have I occurring 2 times, T occurring 3 times, right? And it's a 9-letter word. So the number of permutations can be 9 factorial divided by 2 factorial and 3 factorial, which is 9 into 8 into 7 to 6 into 5 by 2, which is similar. Suppose we have a word root in which two O's are similar. We are denoting first them as distinct object O1 and O2. Now taking R in the first place, we have three options for third place: O1, O2 and T. For fourth, O2 and T, O1 and T, O1 and O2, right? And for fourth place, T, O1, T, O1, and here O2 and O2 and O1, right? Now these are the arrangement that we get: R O1 O2 T, R O1 T1 O2, R O2 O1 T, R O2 T O1. When we consider O1 and O2 as similar, see what we get: root, roto, root, and roto. See, these are similar, these are similar. So out of 4, there are only 2 distinct arrangements. So for each one of them, we will have, out of 4 arrangements, we have only 2 distinct arrangements. So we will divide the whole number of arrangements with the number which we get of the similar objects factorial. The number of total arrangement is 4 factorial divided by number of similar objects factorial. Okay.